actually deserved a spot in the Hall. With his fateful decision to leave Brooklyn, he did more than anyone to make baseball a truly national game. And during his reign, the Dodgers became one of the greatest franchises in all of sport. From the day he moved to Los Angeles until he died in 1979, O'Malley's team would be the best in the National League, winning 3 world championships and 7 pennants and finishing second 7 times. In all of baseball, only the Yankees had a better record. O'Malley also built the first truly modern stadium in America, a gracefully designed ballpark that remains, after nearly 50 years, one of the best places in the world to watch a game of any sort. Although a few hard cases in Brooklyn would never forgive him, millions of fans in the Los Angeles area came to regard O'Malley, who didn't need padding to play the role, as some kind of Santa Claus. They felt this way because he had given them the gift of elite-level baseball and affirmed their city's status as Major League. O'Malley became so popular in Los Angeles that on the 50th anniversary of the team's arrival in the city, a 5-foot-high bronze frieze of his image was installed at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum Court of Honor. There he joined other sports figures, including Knute Rockne, Jackie Robinson, and Jesse Owens, deemed to have contributed to the growth and glory of the city. The animus and the affection heaped on O'Malley long after his death raises an obvious question. How could a sportsman be so hated in one place and so beloved in another? The Brooklyn-Los Angeles divide suggests part of the answer, but parochialism does not explain it all. It's important to recall, too, that O'Malley was an imposing figure who wielded power over a popular institution and supervised many ambitious and headstrong individuals. Few people ever enjoyed more direct authority than the owner of a ball team in the days before free agency and the players' union. This power allowed him to accomplish great things, but it also aroused suspicion, envy, and animosity. Any attempt to explain O'Malley must also consider the gaps in the record of his life. He was not the type who would reflect aloud on his motivations or reveal his innermost thoughts. From the outside, anyone could see that O'Malley was devoted to his family and that he thoroughly enjoyed his wealth, status, and the trappings of success. But while he lived, he avoided close analysis. This was especially true when it came to events surrounding his acquisition of the team and the move west. Once these struggles ended, he rarely spoke of them in public. He insisted on calling old rivals his friends and usually declined to defend himself against his critics. Because he was so reticent, anyone depending on the public record would be challenged to understand O'Malley, or the moves he made, with any real certainty. Fortunately, he left behind a vast archive of personal and business files that helped fill in the picture. Made available by his surviving children, these papers became the documentary foundation for this book. They reveal the inside story of O'Malley's rise from the son of a Tammany Hall Paul to the boss of baseball, and place certain historic events in a new light. The O'Malley Archive offers a new and more realistic perspective on the game's great sage, Branch Rickey, and on the long, tortuous political fight that preceded the team's flight from Brooklyn. Beyond these issues, the O'Malley papers show how much he risked in building Dodger Stadium, and that delays and rising costs brought him close to bankruptcy. Short of having access to the man himself, the thoughts O'Malley expresses in his notes and letters, the diaries that chart his travels and contacts, and all the rest of the material in the archive make it possible to see the man more clearly than he has ever been seen before. Add interviews with those who knew him, countless contemporary articles, and dozens of relevant books, and the portrait becomes even more reliable and distinct. In the end, it's up to anyone who would judge O'Malley to consider the evidence and to attempt to see the man in full. If, ultimately, you reach more than one conclusion, you'll have something in common with many who knew him back when. He was not a simple person who would fit easily into a single category or simple definition. But then, what man or woman worthy of history's consideration ever was? Chapter 1. Two O'Malleys. On the last day of August 1921, a short and stocky man with wavy dark hair walked alone to a witness chair set behind a small wooden table in the ornate council chamber at New York City Hall. Despite the 90-degree heat, 39-year-old Edwin O'Malley wore a formal suit and tie. To his right, Washington and Lafayette peered down from gilt-framed paintings. To his left, huge windows that flanked a plaster statue of Thomas Jefferson let bright cathedral light into the room.